Audu. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, Amechi. Good morning.
Amechi, good morning. And thank you, dear listener, for joining us.
Okay, let's start from the constitutional amendment process. After waiting for 9 state assemblies to indeed pass or reject the provisions outlined, the National Assembly yesterday said we are not going to waste any time any longer, and they forwarded 35 provisions to the president for his assent. The key one that is missing out is that of to classify the local governments as and designate them as a third tier of government after federal and states, and to guarantee financial autonomy for them. The states said no, so the other ones will go through where that one stays.
Amechi, this is a very unpleasant news to local government employees who have been rallying across the country to lobby state houses of assembly to have their passage of that law so that they can have the autonomy, full financial and administrative autonomy. Amechi, I'm sorry to say, out of the 35, whatever they are passing is the issue of changing of names of Afikpo North, Afikpo South, changing it. Is that what we put you there to go and do? Change Amechi's name to Anakwe? You have a very important law, local government autonomy, that you didn't even look at the Senate supporting state governors for not passing it into law.
Did so the Senate support?
This oppression continues, Amechi, into a new dispensation.
The Senate passed
in May 29.
Assemblies rejected that.
That means, I'm telling you that this oppression of the third tier of government continues into a new dispensation. Because tell me how we want to solve insecurity in the grassroots.
But you said only changing of names. There are other critical areas
they passed. The change of names dominated the 35 things they said.
There are critical,
let's look at it.
Other critical areas, and I'll quickly enumerate them now, that border on devolution of powers, transfer of powers, or sharing rather, not transfer, because it's from the exclusive to concurrent, where the states and local states and the federal government can legislate on. Critical areas, devolution of powers. For instance, the issue of aviation airports. States now, before you build airport, you must get authorization from the federal government. But now you can operate and you can construct and operate and own. That's a key aspect there. Then you also have fingerprints, identification, and criminal records. Correctional services. States can own and operate correctional centers. The one we know as prisons, railways, a national grid system, that's some form of power, electricity, and separation of office of the Attorney General of the Federation from that of the Minister of Justice.
Well, I hope to see how that one will work, and which country operates that separate body, Attorney General and the Minister of
Justice?
That's
the ideal.
That's the ideal. So the Attorney General, it works for the people, while the Minister of Justice
works for the party and the government.
And for the government. So we hope to see, or we wait to see if the Attorney General of the Federation will be he will protect the ordinary Nigerians with his office or her office. Because, as it were, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice have had combined functions in the past, and one supersedes the other. The Minister of Justice role has, over the years, supersedes or overshadowed the one of the Attorney General of the Federation. The Solicitor General of the Federation too, that's Permanent Secretary. I think they should also separate that office. So that you have the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Justice, and you have Solicitor General of the Federation. I think that is also what they should consider going forward.
Okay, Amechi, just before we go to other issues, you would recall that the National Assembly, through its Senator Omo Agege, of course, led a joint ad hoc committee on constitutional review in October last year. And that is, of course, to lampoon the governors for not allowing various state assemblies from concurring with constitutional amendment proposals for financial autonomy and administrative autonomies for the 774 local government councils. So, where are we now? This is January, and we're still talking about all of this?
Yes, the governors apparently or clearly are against local government autonomy and designation as third tier of government, because look at all the federal system of governments across the world is a two-tier. In a federation, power is shared between the two-tier, federal and states. In Nigeria now, the National Assembly wanted the local governments to also to continue to share power. And the governor said it's not possible. On the issue of autonomy, as much as we desire, the argument, because we always reflect all sides of the coin here, is that this creation of local government is solely the responsibility of the state in every federation. But in Nigeria, we have a way of reversing federalism in Nigeria. In Nigeria, federal government creates local government. Using what criteria? Most of these local governments were created during the military regime. The dictator goes to bed, to sleep, dreams. Some people lobby him, and the next day, by decree, he creates the local government without any objective criteria of development, equality of states, the need to indeed, and all that. So these are why people are opposed to giving that recognition to the local government.
But then again, but we really need local government autonomy. A lot is going on at the grassroots.
Yes.
That needs to be taken care of by the people at the grassroots.
The argument is that the local government should be created by the states through legislation by the State House of Assembly, and they should be answerable to the State House of Assembly and not to any federal power.
Now, that is why Alhaji Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu created developmental areas then, when he wanted to create more local government in Lagos. The Kano be having about 44 local government, and Lagos does have about 23 or
with
so.
Bigger population.
With bigger population. So
is it 23 or 21 or so?
Okay, around that number. So, and states were allowed, or they went ahead to create development areas, and as it were, you have some states have up to 30 development areas. So, yes, development politics is grassrooted, and you cannot be working somewhere and they pay you salary and you cannot spend it. That is the predicament of the local government now for not having that financial autonomy. They are working, their money is there, but they can't spend it, they can't,
because they have to report.
They have to report to the state government. The state governor, there will be an accusation that the state government divert the local government, state and local government joint account. And this has also created problem in the primary teachers and local government employees. The teachers will tell you that they don't want local government to be separated from the state because their salary, once it is joined with the state, their salary comes straight. And that if you want to separate them from the state and local government joint account, their salary has to be first line charge, just like the policeman, whose salary is first line charge. Whether the policeman is in a local government, the salary is first line charge. So we go forward to see. This is just to tell you that we are going, it's merry-go-round, because the next dispensation will come and they will go to constitutional amendment again, and local government
autonomy
will come again.
But we have some gains, 35 provisions passed, so it's what they want. Still achieve that consensus before we go to the issue of local government and even the issue of state creation. Let's remain with development issue. The president was in Lagos on a 2-day visit. He came, is it returning today or so? He's commissioning a number of projects, the Lekki Deep Sea Port, but the one that was commissioned yesterday was the Blue Line. Nigeria is the only country where you have cities with population of 2 million plus without a metro line. And if you have a population of 2 million, you don't have a metro line, what you are inviting is chaos, traffic chaos. And that's why Lagos is, permit me to use the word, hell for a lot of people. Over 20 million, yes. The president stopped a metro line. Jakande started construction when he was a military head of state, but this time he's the one commissioning the one Lagos state government has done. The first phase, they also signed a contract with the Chinese firm to do the second phase. If they complete that, did you know the number of people that will be moved with ease? And when you enter the metro and the train, there's no traffic light. There's no traffic build up. It's just zoom to the next bus stop.
What happened to the Abuja Light Rail? And I want to congratulate the Lagos State government for taking that bold step to ensure that traffic congestion is eased in Lagos with the commissioning of the first phase of the Blue Line. You know, the Fashola started the BRT buses to also help reduce the traffic in Lagos. We hope to see how this one works out. Just, Amici also tried to do light rail in Port Harcourt, and after his tenure, Wike decided to face bridges and roads and abandon it. But development comes with a lot of such things. You need, if you go to major cities, if you go to like Geneva, you go to Berlin, you see light rail, you see trams, you see buses. So in one city, you have several means of transportation. No Okada, no Keke Napep. So we need to grow. If we want to grow, let us grow. People will suffer at the beginning, but then remove the Okada, remove the Keke Napep, all those what they call I don't want to use the word mutilated taxi or prohibited taxis on the road. Move them aside and let people park their cars at home. First scarcity is biting hard. You park your car and enter the blue lane, or enter the BRT, enter the buses.
How do you do that? You can't sack all those. You can't stop keke. You can't stop Okada and other means of transportation without anything on ground.
Without
now we have the rail
alternative.
system. We are trying to battle with the rail system right now. People are trying to travel through the rail and they get kidnapped. So
That's
what
between cities.
Yeah.
At least this
And
one is
it's-
within
and it's-
cities.
Within,
We'll be
within
safe
cities.
intra-city.
How
From
sure are you about
Marina in Lagos to my two.
My two, yes.
At least there's a sense of security
Big
there.
cities in Nigeria should emulate Lagos. Sorry, Adiza.
Yeah, go ahead.
Big cities in Nigeria like Kano, Kaduna.
Kanu started.
Yes.
Kanu governor
Port
Ganduje went to procure World Bank loan.
Yes.
Some interest
But to do
in
CCTV.
Kanu stopped him and said,
He was to do
generate
CCTV.
the money elsewhere.
You was to do CCTV. That was the money.
And
the
also
money
the
collected.
rail line, the intra rail line. There's no way Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano will not have intra rail, a metro line.
Isn't it?
There's no way you can move people within these big cities, even in Paras,
yes.
in Port Harcourt. There's no way without a functional rail line.
So we hope to see if the governors will emulate Lagos, and even if you cannot have the rail line, have well-designed, just like Aerofy started in Abuja, well-designed bus transportation system, well organized. But I don't know what happened to the Abuja. I think that thing is still under investigation.
It's completed, but
they
not
should-
operational.
No, I mean the buses Aerofy brought
Okay.
into when
Yes,
he was
Abuja
finished.
has a rail
What
line,
happened
but
to all
not
the bus-
operational.
No, not the rail line now.
No,
the buses.
and the cars.
The red
too.
buses and the
And the
cars
green
Aerofy
cars.
brought in, I think it's called, let them open investigation into that. Where have all the 100, I think about 500 buses he brought into Abuja, they all disappeared into thin air. Well, Amechi, with this transportation crisis we have, looking at the fuel crisis, I think if cities embrace what Lagos is doing, I think it will help us. When you have fuel scarcity, you just park your car at home, walk.
Well, what is happening in Abuja? The one they completed and not operating. Citizens.
It was for
bad
the
guys.
elite. It was
The
from
bad
church gate
criminal
to airport. That was all.
elements. The criminal elements are ripping off the rail tracks.
The light
and
rail.
other critical infrastructure.
I mean,
there.
no, the light rail.
That's what you get when you have a population that is predominantly poor. The tendency for crime to be high will be there. If you have 33% unemployment rate, you can never sleep. There's no country that will have up to a double-digit unemployment rate, and you can move from one part of the country or one city to the other without being molested. South Africa is at over 20. You have street robbers. Nigeria is 33. There are those that don't have anything to eat will grab anything. They will even eat the rich if you allow them. And when they see these rail tracks, they rip them off. Railings on bridges everywhere across Nigeria, they rip them off and sell off for peanuts.
Yeah, but we do not encourage that.
Of
No
course.
matter how hard the economy is, we have to keep our heads straight. Hunger is biting. There's crass poverty. And there's also deep corruption, Amici. But we have to keep our heads straight so that what David Cameron, former Prime Minister of England, prophesied that Nigerians are fantastically corrupt, don't come robbing us everywhere we go. So no matter how hard it is, young men, young women, boys and girls, let's keep our heads straight. We hope for a better Nigeria.
That's the
It's not,
preaching.
yes, no, we are not saying that go and pick this, go and steal this. Let's be focused. Let's try. We are not lazy youths. We are not lazy Nigerians, as some people say. We'll keep our heads straight, and we know moving forward, Nigeria will be better for everybody.
Okay, now, Abenchi, I think that is actually overflowed.
No, let me quickly add to what Abulu said. It's the responsibility of the government in every part of the world to ensure full employment. It's your responsibility to ensure that the greatest part of your citizens are employed. And the responsibility is to make sure that you have an insignificant number that may likely take to crime. When you have insignificant number as bad guys, your security system can overwhelm them. But where you have a huge number that is likely to take to crime, then your security agencies will be overwhelmed. That is what we are seeing in Nigeria. That's why every government will make sure that unemployment does not get up to double digits. What do I mean by double digit? It must hover between 1 and 9%. Once it hits 10%, God save you. When we see 33%, our leaders think it's mere statistics. It's not.
So
It's not. It tells
just a
you
quick information.
crime will be tendency for a bigger crime It's there. It's a reality.
Yes, we tackled the Minister of Labour and Employment over this, and he said most Nigerians want white-collar jobs. And we said, why are you not uploading the job opportunities so that Nigerians once
The
you click,
blue-collar jobs.
yes, the blue collar, the brown collar job, so that once you click,
Even
you see,
red, if
if you
there's
go
red.
to modern cities, as you enter the city, you click job opportunities, you see them flooding. And he
Okay.
said Nigeria is working towards creating a NELEX, Nigeria Labour Exchange Something,
Okay.
to help Nigerians search
No,
for jobs.
I was just going to talk about the real issue about the fuel scarcity.
Yes. Yes. Sure. It's a
When we
big
come
issue.
back, or no?
Were you able to get the other day? You ran away to go and key up.
No, I'm still on black market. I'm still on black market.
I was on
But
black
President
market
Buhari
yesterday.
has assured us of doing something within the next 1 week. He has called for a 14-man
No, he has set up a 14-man committee.
That's what I'm saying. He has called for a 14-man committee to look into it. But then again, I ask the question, where is PPRA? The agency in charge of distribution, supply, pricing.
That's
And
renamed now.
Yeah, you name
Where-
it.
Downstream
are
and
they?
midstream regulatory agency.
Where are they? What
Yes.
are they doing?
We'll
What
answer
is
this
going
question
on?
when we come back.
And
from
also
this
the
break.
CBN,
Stay with us.
The CBN cashless.
At Stella Maris Nursery and Primary School, we do not is to dream of success. We teach them to get up every morning and make it happen.
Hey,
With over
voila.
25 years